Hey everyone, Sam the Miracle Man here. I trust all is well. Alright, today I'm going to talk about one topic, but then I had an idea, something came to me to go a different direction. So today I'm going to talk about this one experience that will absolutely change your reality. And it all was inspired when I was just testing my setup here, and I noticed today that I'm wearing my Ghostbusters shirt. So if you have, a paranormal experience, a supernatural experience, and you really question that experience, it will shift your life. This is what happened for me. It was roughly in the summer of 2010. I was a couch potato. I was dealing with MS. I couldn't really walk. So I just watched everything and anything on TV. And one of the things I used to watch was ghost hunting shows. But I didn't know if it was real or fake. It could have been TV, just entertainment. So I had no idea. So anyway, I saw a tweet from one of the ghost hunters, Chris Williams. I was like, I think I probably can go to that. So I bought a ticket and said, okay, I'm going to stay by a hotel near the event because it is kind of late. I'm not going to be able to drive back because of dealing with MS and the fatigue and all of that stuff. So I figured I could only probably attend for an hour as well, maybe an hour and a half. So I, went down there, got my cooling vest and got my cane, got all that stuff and drove myself down there, which was an adventure because I wasn't a big fan of driving either because my eyes weren't so great from all the complications from multiple sclerosis. Isn't a fun disease. But anyway, so I had one of this ghost hunting event at Fort Mifflin in Philadelphia. Some really weird things happened there that night. I was just, because I figured I only had a little bit of time, so I didn't stick with my initial group. I just went with the group that was going to the casemates, because I did my research and they seemed to be the most active. If there was an experience to be had, it would be there. That was my thinking. So I went into the casemates. It was pretty boring for the first, 15, 20 minutes. It was really boring. Nothing was going on. I didn't feel anything. There was nothing. Very quiet. You just hear some airplanes going over once in a while because it's near the Philadelphia airport. Well, anyway, somebody put out this flashlight, one of those twist flashlights, and they set it up about 10 feet after them, and they asked for somebody to turn the flashlight on. Then after a minute, the flashlight turned on. Then they say, turn this flashlight off, and it went off. But me being a skeptic, I put up my twist flashlight, and my flashlight did the same thing. So I thought that was really interesting. So there is something here. So it was interesting. So then, I was just also sitting there after that event, sitting on this an old bed, if you will, like a bed frame, a bench. It was really hard to describe what it was, but I was just sitting there. But I felt like somebody sat next to me that I couldn't see. But there was definitely somebody sitting next to me. Then I felt this overwhelming sense of dread. And it's like, wow, what's really going on? I thought it was really odd. So after the casemates, I went to another area for about 5-10 minutes. Then I decided to leave because I know my cooling pack was starting to melt. And that caused all sorts of issues. A hot summer night, which just really drained me. So I left after that. But that stuck with me, that experience. Like, all right, what did I experience? So then I began to read some books. Reading books, but very slowly. My eyes were poor. I could only read a few pages or it would turn into a migraine or some other unpleasant event. So I was reading books very slowly. I don't remember exactly all the books I was reading, but I know I was reading books from mediums like Alison DuBois. I think I read her book because I like the show Medium, but didn't really provide any insights into spirits, ghosts, if you will, that was satisfactory. So then I read this one book that talks about meditation. Apparently they use meditation to raise their vibration, if you will, to talk to these spirits. But they're talking about the benefits of meditations. So one of the benefits of meditation was inner peace. And that's what I need. I need inner peace. So I wasn't focused on healing. I wasn't focused on anything, just my getting inner peace. And through that inner peace, I reversed those 5 incurable diseases, including multiple sclerosis. So no heating vest today, no cane, no medicine. I can be out in a hot summer day. It doesn't affect me one bit. Well, anyway, this is why I recommend that if everyone had a paranormal, supernatural experience that defied logic, but they didn't let it pass by and say, wow, I had this experience. What did I really experience? And let it change your reality to realize just because you don't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. That there are spirits out there. And I see that everything is a perfect spirit, whether it's in body or out of body. That this energy that is us stays. It's an eternal energy. And it probably drifts in and out of bodies to have that human experience. But the spirit could just be drifting around like angels, guides, helping out. So I wasn't really planning to go esoteric today, but that's how things go sometimes. Because people wouldn't understand the world I have today. It's really unusual, if you will, that I can talk to these spirits that are not in body, that I can pick up this energy, that I was tapped into a different place, a deeper place, that soul connection. Because we all have that soul connection to God, source, universe, whatever it may be for you, we all have that connection. But when you notice something odd happen in your life, don't just pass it by. Dive in and say, that's curious. What did I experience? And perhaps that will create a shift within you. Because I read a lot, and a lot of people that do awaken, if you will, have an experience that they can't explain, that sort of shifts the reality. So that's why I really recommend, have that experience that will cause you to shift reality, but you can't really force it. You just sort of have to be in the right place at the right time. And by going to that ghost hunt event and doing a little research, I set myself up to have that experience. So what experiences are you avoiding that could possibly open you up? So I love if we didn't have all these COVID restrictions and everything else going right now, and where people could do ghost hunts, have different experiences. And people had a lot of experience in my meditation circles. When I was doing my healing circles, sometimes I would go around, lay hands on people and shift their energy, and just little things that I was called to do. But frequently, I'd be on one side of the room, and people on the opposite side of the room say they were also being touched, but there was physically nothing there. I just felt all these beings, if you will, would just come through. And yeah, they were also shifting energy. Again, more esoteric stuff, but that's my reality these days. I miss doing the healing circles. I'll do the healing circles once again. I can do them through Zoom, but the in-person, I think, is more interesting, if you will, because people can have those experiences of the unusual, the supernatural, the paranormal, whatever it may be. But what's out there will shift your reality. Just because you can see it isn't the only factor. It's like our cell phones. It still works even though you can't see, the electricity going in and out of it. The signals going in and out still works. Spirit world is that same way. All right, that's my rambling for today. At least it felt like a little bit of a ramble. All right, I'm here. Let me know if I can answer any questions for you. But mostly just relax. Try to get this mind to settle down. And just be you. Take good care.